Hi there, friends. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jeff Hanowich. I want to bring you the latest information coming into your local weather authority as to what we've dealt with and what we're going to be dealing with here for the next roughly 4 to 6 days. First and foremost, we're going to continue this weather authority alert day through about midday tomorrow. Why? Well, we still have some flooding issues. We've got some creeks, streams, and rivers we're watching. In addition to that, the winds are going to strengthen tonight into at least part of the day tomorrow. And finally, we're also going to have the chance for some west slope snow showers. Again, we are looking at all of the 10 News viewing area being impacted in different ways here over the course of roughly the next 12 to 15 hours. First, let's go chronologically. Let's start with this morning. This morning we had that wintry mix developing, brought some snow, sleet, freezing rain, and rain, especially into the mountains. That's where we saw the most amount of icing and the most amount of snow in Warm Springs. Up in Bath County, you saw about 1.5 inches of snow. Saw certainly some light accumulations in Highland County as well. Covington and also Iron Gate got about 1 inch of sleet, which is a significant amount of sleet. And Floyd and also Baywood saw about 1/10 of an inch of freezing rain. So it was kind of a wintry mess out there for about 3 to 6 hours earlier this morning, especially again into the mountains further east. It was all rain the entire time. Now, the good news is that the rain is not what it once was. Most of us are dry right now. But I will tell you that it has been a day, hasn't it? All right, here's a look at the radar here at 10:01. We are watching a couple of showers extending really from southern Roanoke County all the way south and west into Grayson County into areas just south of Galax, areas near Hillsville right over Floyd, areas near Czech seeing some rain showers right now. These are drifting to the east, and as they are, they could impact you folks in Ferrum, Rocky Mount, and also if they hold together potentially over towards Stewart here over the next hour or two. But again, the rain not what it once was. We saw anywhere from about 1 to 4 inches of rain earlier today, and the rain came down in buckets. Martinsville, you saw over 3 inches of rain. You saw close to 3 inches in Floyd. You saw over 2.5 inches of rain in Bedford, and you saw well over 2 inches in Hunting Hills, which is in Roanoke County, and also into Hillsville and Galax. So again, the rainfall totals were quite impressive as a storm system pushed through here earlier in the day. We went from icing and wintry weather this morning to in the afternoon hours having a tornado warning that was issued with temperatures in Henry County in the upper 30s. I've been here 20 years. I have never seen anything like that. I have never seen a tornado warning issued with temperatures below 40 degrees. Just usually doesn't happen, okay? But that's how dynamic this storm system was. And then later in the day, as we got closer to 5 p.m., we had a couple more tornado warnings issued across Southside locations in the portions of Charlotte and Halifax counties. Friends, we're going to deal with the ramifications of this rain for a little while. One of the things we're going to be watching is the river levels. The river levels will need to be monitored here as we head over the course of the next day or two. We'll be watching especially the Roanoke River Basin and the Dan River Basin. In the Roanoke River Basin, we'll be keeping an eye in and around Roanoke near Wasena Park. Could also potentially have some flooding of the Greenway. Also, we're going to keep an eye on the Dan River at Danville and the Dan River at South Boston. May need to keep an eye on that Riverside Shopping Center on Wednesday in Danville. May need to keep an eye on that 501 corridor in South Boston heading into Wednesday night and Thursday. Future tracker showing that these few showers that are around right now will likely dissipate by midnight, maybe 1, 2 a.m. And then we turn our attention to some snow showers. That's right. We could have some snow showers developing mainly in West Virginia, but there will be some small spillover tonight into tomorrow into the New River Valley and also into the Highlands. Notice tonight we could have some snow showers into portions of Grayson, Wythe, Bland, Carroll, Floyd, maybe also into Patrick, Pulaski, Giles, and Craig counties. As we continue to go through time, we're going to see these upslope snow showers continuing. Best chance again at 7 a.m. tomorrow will be in West Virginia. And then as we head into tomorrow afternoon, the west slope snow machine will turn itself off. Simply put, tomorrow, I think we're going to see more sunshine east, more cloud cover to the west, with potentially even more cloud cover in the morning and more sunshine later in the day. Now, tomorrow night, skies are nothing worse than partly cloudy. And then Thursday is going to be a day where we warm up a bit, and we're going to be partly to at times mostly sunny. Overall, Thursday is actually looking to be a very nice day. But I will tell you, that'll be the calm before another storm system pushes in Friday afternoon into Friday night. All right, first and foremost, before we talk about that next storm system, let's talk about the wind, okay? We have wind advisories all around us, okay? We have wind advisories in West Virginia. We have wind advisories towards Richmond. We have wind advisories to the north of us. We have a couple of wind advisories in effect here locally for Pocahontas, Highland, and also for Grayson counties. We wouldn't all be surprised if the National Weather Service kind of fills this little hole in and issues a couple more wind advisories here as we head into tonight and also as we head into tomorrow. You need to know that the wind is going to pick up again. All right, we're looking at sustained winds here later tonight into tomorrow, about 20 to 40, maybe 30 to 50 miles per hour. So the winds are going to be quite strong for us. And you got to keep in mind that we do have a wet ground. We could have some downed trees, which could produce some more power outages, okay? When you have winds this strong and on an already saturated ground, the winds don't have to be as strong as they normally have to knock down trees, again, because of the saturated ground. So that's among the things we'll be keeping a very close eye on for you here at your local weather authority. We've had thousands of people without power today because of these showers and thunderstorms that rolled through here. The wind may knock down a couple more power lines in the process. Now, as far as looking to the future, I told you tomorrow is going to be windy. The winds will actually calm down for us late tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. Thursday, Friday, the winds won't be quite as strong, although the winds may be on the uptick a bit on Friday. Could have gusts about 15 to 30 miles per hour. Look at Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, here we go again. Wind gusts this weekend about 25 to 40 miles per hour. So the winds are going to be something we're talking about here for the span of the next maybe 3 to 5 days. It does look as though it's not going to be windy all the time for the next 5 days, but certainly the winds are going to be a factor for us here as we look at your forecast here through probably the weekend, if not early next week. All right, current time is 10:06. And temperatures are still pretty warm. It doesn't feel too bad outside. 50 in Roanoke, also in Lynchburg, 52 in Danville, 55 South Boston. You're in the upper 30s in Wytheville and also into Hot Springs. I can tell you in Roanoke today, for the most part, we were in the 40s. Temperatures have gone up for us here over the last couple of hours or so. This is one of the first times today we've hit 50 or above in the Roanoke Valley. However, we are going to have much colder air working its way in by next week, okay? When you look at the 7-day forecast, you're going to see highs in the 40s and 50s through Saturday. But by the time Sunday and the next week rolls around, you're going to see those highs in the 30s and 40s, more specifically probably in the upper 30s to near 40. So again, with this jet stream taking a big old dip to the south, that's going to allow colder air to filter in as a polar air mass is going to kind of break off and allow us to turn colder. Could be some of the coldest air we've seen so far of the season. The question becomes, with this cold air in play for us early next week, will we have precipitation to meet up with it? Some computer models say no. Others say yes. We're going to have to keep a very close eye on the late Monday, especially Tuesday time frame come next week. We could see some snow. We'll see what happens. The cold air is going to be here, but will the moisture be? We'll have to wait and see. Again, if you're familiar at all with computer models, there are several of them. They are very rarely in agreement this far out. And like the American model, the GFS model is saying, no snow early next week, while the European model is saying, it's certainly possible. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. For tonight, any showers taper off. Then we turn our attention to mountain snow showers here later on. It's going to turn windy with overnight lows tonight in the 30s for the most part. And then for the day tomorrow, it is going to be a day where we have gusty winds eventually dying down late in the day. Otherwise, it looks like we're going to see more sun east, more clouds to the west, with any upslope snow showers tapering off. High temperatures tomorrow mainly in the 40s, may hit near 50 in south side. We'll probably stay in the 30s towards the highest elevations. Everybody else, though, will be in the 40s. Your extended forecast showing Thursday having highs around 54. Overall, Thursday looks very pretty. Friday starts dry for us, but as we look at Friday later in the day into Friday night, more rain pushes in, okay? Friday afternoon, Friday night, more heavy rain is possible. We could once again have the chance for a couple of thunderstorms across south side. So again, we're going to have another cold front pushing through here as we head late week, Friday afternoon into Friday night. I will tell you that the next storm system doesn't look as vigorous as the one that pushed through today, but it's still a pretty strong one, and it will allow us to have more in the way of some rain. So because the ground is going to be somewhat saturated, we'll need to look out for the potential come Friday night for some localized flooding. So again, system number 2 comes into play for us here late Friday into Friday night, and that could produce anywhere from maybe a ½ an inch to an inch and a half of rain. It's not going to be 1 to 4 inches this go around, but still, any rain on top of what we've already seen could create a couple of issues. Saturday then sees increasing sunshine. Sunday is dry. We start out Monday dry, but late Monday we may start to see a little bit of precipitation moving in, such that by Tuesday we're going to have the chance for a rain-snow mix, and I'm going to keep it at that for now. Just know we see what you see. We see what could potentially happen on Tuesday, but it's a week out, so let's see what happens. But yes, there is the possibility for us here late Monday, especially Tuesday of next week, for us to see more in the way of some wintry weather. Current time is 10:10, and joining me is my good friend Allie. Allie, are there any questions I can answer tonight? Will there be snow in Rural Retreat? Yeah, I think you could see some snowflakes in Rural Retreat later tonight into tomorrow, and that would be because of those west slope snow showers making their way in from West Virginia. Yes, it is possible that Rural Retreat sees some snowflakes here tonight into tomorrow. Anything else? Well, you know, the system Friday afternoon, Friday night's rain, maybe a little bit of a wintry mix in a couple of areas, but I think Friday afternoon into Friday night system is going to be rain. Again, we could have a couple of thunderstorms, especially east. The system on Tuesday needs to be watched. That one right there, the one Tuesday needs to be watched. You know, we talked about how the jet stream's going to take a dip to the south. That's going to bring in the colder air. You know, I would say our next best chance to see wintry weather, our next best chance to see any snow will lie early next week, especially on Tuesday. Anything else, Allie? Perfect. Current time is 10:11. We will be back here in a little bit more than 45 minutes from now with our 11 o'clock newscast. We do hope to see you then, but if we don't, I hope everybody has a great night. What a day it was across southwest, central, and south side Virginia. Again, to have a tornado warning issued with temperatures at 38 degrees, I can honestly say in my 20 years here, I've never seen anything like it. So it was a historic day, at least for Jeff Hanowich. So just know that the worst is over. Now we turn our attention to the wind, ups